Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time once again to return for some more of Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Now it has been far too long since I last played this game, so I'm going to dive right in now for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour and have some fun. Now, when last I played, I encountered some guards here at the bottom of the rise who claimed that guards only are allowed beyond this point. So of course I decided to search for a guard's uniform. The two places I'd be most likely to find one is in this trading house here, or in the guards barracks, which are not a safe place for me to wander at all. Additionally, I don't want to steal a guard's uniform, because Khare, the god of grace, duty and honour, would not approve. So if I can find a guard's uniform, not so much steal one outright, by other means, perhaps on the corpse of a dead guard, or I don't know, like on a washing line or in a washing basket, rather than like taking it from someone's personal wardrobe or something, that's probably better. I was approaching this great big treasury house. Now I've only got one gold coin, which is not ideal, despite the two shown at the bottom of the page there. And I can always go and rest here in the monastery while dressed as a monk, but I can't get any food there. And I can gamble there, but gambling is tedious, lengthy, and I'm not very good at it. So, I'll head towards the treasury door, because that is the direction I was taking last time. You approach the door. On closer inspection, it is not closed, but rather wedged into place, the hinge is broken. I'll examine it, like a studious, meditative monk. Perhaps this door was once painted. Flecks of faded paint cover its surface, but it has been rammed open and shoved closed, and most likely more than once. So I was going to knock, because that's what you'd expect a monk to do. But if people are just forcefully opening and closing this door constantly, knocking would be out of the norm, and people would turn up and say, "Oi, what's going on here?" Whereas treating it the same way they treat it, they'll just kind of shrug and go, "Yeah, that's normal." So I'll give a bit of a pull. You wrench the door once, twice, and then it flies open. Dust pours from inside, along with a foul, fetid smell. The door is open wide enough for you to slip inside, and hopefully close it again behind me, so as not to draw attention. You step inside the low room through the broken door. I'll look around, obviously. Perhaps this room was once sumptuous, but it has long since been raided and robbed of its fittings. A pile of straw in one corner was maybe once a bed, perhaps even a chaise lounge. But there are two doors leading further into the building. A slime trail leads to the smaller door. Uh-oh, mucolytics. The slime trail is as wide as 2 men and disappears under the door. It is quite dry. Still, probably extremely unhealthy. I will not venture in that direction. All signs point towards this building being long abandoned. You enter the next chamber. It is large, long, and deep. It is more like a pit with long, curved walls made of stone. A curious glass panel is set high into the left-hand wall. I will look at it, as it's obviously the focal point of the room. You stare at the glass. Did something move behind it? Quite possibly. Oh, that's a slime eater. No, it's not a slime eater, it's the muck thing with the elephant's trunk. Across the room is a door, and slumped against it is the most hideous creature you've ever seen. Its bulk is covered in slimy blubber. Its face, if it has one, is covered in folds of drooping flesh as if it was slowly melting. A trunk sticks out of the slime. 2 massive ears flank its head. Has it noticed me? You have heard of such abominations here in Mampang. This is a mucolyptic. Can I just leave? Leave, please. Leave. I want to go away. I've been warned about mucolyptics. Something to do with their eyes or their breath, right? You were given advice. Beware the breath of mucolyptics. I believe I have nose filters. I'm not sure if it's don't let them breathe on you or if it's don't inhale their breath, but nose plugs, alright? Use an item. You flip open your pack, quickly looking for something that might aid you. Yes. Essence of bark, what's that going to do? Essence. Interestingly, it's not listed as a magic item. Essence of bark. It's the first time I've had the chance to use it, but I'm going to do the most obvious thing first. You quickly insert your nose plugs and the foul stink of the creature fades away. You sigh in some relief. Perhaps something else might be useful. You flip open your pack, quickly looking for something that might aid you. Since I don't remember for the life of me what Essence of Bark is going to do, and I haven't had a chance to use it anywhere else, I'm going to try it. You pull out the Essence of Bark vial and toss it at the creature. Thick, woody liquid hits it in the eye and it frowns, but does not stop its approach. Perhaps something else might be useful. You flip open your pack, quickly looking for something that might aid you. Nothing comes to mind. So nothing else seems to be of help. You close your pack again as the creature splutters and gibbers with interest. Why can't I cast a spell now? I think I had an option previously. Greetings, you say, gesturing with a raised hand. The creature mumbles something too soft to hear as it begins dragging itself towards you. Is it speaking? Well, I can't cast a spell, so I'll circle around it for now. You circle around the creature, both of you moving in a slow dance around the room. Slowly, steadily, you are nearing the door, and the creature is moving away from it. I could dash the door. That feels wrong, for some reason. I mean, I think it's a fairly slow monster. Keep circling. Is this a trap? It's got the slime trail on the floor, hasn't it? I think maybe I should try for the door. Risky, very, very risky. You race towards the door. The creature reacts with a lifted trunk and tries to pick up speed to catch you, but it cannot move quickly. You tug open the door and slip out the nose plugs as you go through. Why I should leave them in case there's more of them or I go back. You tumble into a long, narrow corridor that curves a little out of sight. The glass in the ceiling continues, suddenly clear of slime and mould. Wait, was it an image being projected into the room? From the glass? If there was slime and mould on the glass, which I don't recall... Yeah, so... if the mucolyptic is actually up here, in some kind of tunnel on the upper floor... Right, and its image is being projected down through the glass magically. Oh, that'd be interesting. I'm glad I didn't go... So I avoided the slime room to avoid mucolyptic and met the mucolyptic. Oh well. I'll look through the glass. Through the glass, you see a crowd of faces, many more than you had realized, and all are watching you. Some are sipping drinks, while others hold hands as they watch. They talk with great animation, but you cannot hear a sound. Some have lifted strange darkened eyeglasses on sticks to their eyes. Is this YouTubers? Is this gamers playing the game, watching, commenting? I'll wait a little, but be careful not to be drawn into a mesmerizing... Too many reaction channels on YouTube. Too many bad reaction channels as well. You turn your attention away from the crowd and back to the corridor. All is silent. You take a few paces along the hallway and start to realize that something at the far end must be giving off an incredible light, as you can see the spill from it as the tunnel curves. A few paces further on, and the light becomes overwhelmingly bright. Dark glasses. You flip open your pack for something to shield your eyes with, but nothing you have looks like it will help. You flip your pack shut once more. Your eyes are beginning to ache. Well then. I want a darkness spell, don't I? So obviously... Sap and 6. No. Nip. No. Okay then, what have I got? Got magic protection, that would always be good. Walk for a shield, that would, but it's a force field, it doesn't physically block line of sight, so wall. Invisible. Fog, that's the one. At last. You cast the spell, anticipating a comforting fog, but one does not appear. Instead, as you complete the enchantment, the light at the far end of the corridor simply cuts out instantly and is gone. A sun spell, then, countered by your enchantment. Exactly. Yeah, let's see how they're reacting now. Your immediate instinct is to look up, and sure enough, the spectators are watching with interest, applauding slightly. It would seem you are here for their entertainment. As your eyes adjust to the sudden gloom, you begin to make out a figure at the far end, made of lashed sticks. It forms the outline of a person. Well, I'll have to go and disrupt that then. You move along the corridor towards the far door. The only sound is the echo of your footsteps. There's a Gramelkin here which must be disrupted. You pace through the darkness to the end of the corridor, where the defunct statue guards the door onwards. The curious construction is a crude statue with its stick arms shaped into the spell-casting form. This, then, is a Gramelkin. You have heard of such things, but never seen one before. It is a machine of a kind built and positioned where it can channel the force of a single spell. Gramelkins are hard to build, but can be devastatingly powerful. Near the base of the statue lies a sun jewel. Well, I'll have another sun gem. You pick up the sun jewel. This must have been the source of the spell, and it still seems to be in one piece. An excellent find. Careful to wrap your hand in a fold of your tunic, you turn the door handle of the far door and pull it open, to reveal some kind of garden. Ooh, the Dank Room. Okay, so musty, damp, nasty, yeah. Kind of dirty feel to it. You enter the next room, feeling surprisingly fresh after your roasting. What, am I supposed to have just walked through that without casting a fog spell? The air in this new chamber is wet and soothing on your skin, though it is nearly as hot as the previous room. You are surrounded by trees which droop with heavy leaves. It is as though someone had transplanted a section of the forest of Snatter. I could summon a Snatter cat. Vines net the ceiling and walls, and the ground is thick with undergrowth. Perhaps I'm supposed to find a counter to the Snatter cat spell. Here. This room has a glass ceiling like the others, but the vines have choked it, drinking up the light, and now you can see little of the room above. A small bird flits ahead. There is a forking path in front of you. One way is choked with vegetation, the other more open. I'll watch the bird to see what it does. You watch the bird, which flies along the path and then turns into the trees. You know what? I'll follow the bird. On an instinct. This may be really bad. You take the vine-choked path, keeping an eye on the undergrowth. Living roots and tendrils creep across the jungle floor, burrowing into the earth, then re-emerging. Was that a rustling bush? I will investigate the bush. You step towards the bush, assassin's sword at the ready. You see no movement, but a second bush to your side rustles. That's 2 bushes. Turn to the second bush, or just stay deadly still. Stay still. Ow! You keep still, feigning confusion, and there's a growl beside you. The bush rustles and something lunges with a roar. The beast darts up, gashing you with its claws. You're still fumbling with your sword when the blow lands. I'll try and roll free. You roll to get free, only to see a dark shape sailing through the air towards you. A second Jaguar sails over you into the clearing. Leaping up, you ready your assassin's sword. You will need to finish the creature quickly, or the second will join the fight. I will cast a spell! Damn it! Because that really hurts. Fix. Don't have a staff of an oak sapling. Ooh! I could fly. I might... Wait. What's the animal control spell? Could pop a rock. Could... Ow. Yep. Talk with the animals. Could be a right, Dr. Doolittle. It feels as if it is too late for that. I can't summon a giant because I don't have any giant's teeth. I mean, what am I supposed to gain from this location? Zob. I think that's summon a zombie, isn't it? Zen. Zap. I mean, that'd be like a single target, wouldn't it? And it would cost me 3 of my precious 7 remaining stamina. I don't seem to have any good options here. Right. I think it's time to... No, pop can counter something, can't it? Something valuable. Yeah. Look, just in case it does anything useful. Yeah, P. Thank you. Grabbing the wig from your pack, you pull it onto your head and weave the spell, but there will be no reasoning with these creatures. Their growls are simple enough. You have the leg and I'll have the head, one murmurs. All except the ears and eyes. You can have the eyes. Oh, I'll keep listening. Can I have the heart? Asks the other. The still beating heart. If I can have the kippers, replies the first, and the feet. You've heard enough. You wave the enchantment away. There is no time for anything more. You draw your sword and tear into the Jaguar. I can't really afford to defend. I could go for a big heavy attack, then I'd do lots of defending. Let's go about a 6-ish. Oh! The Jaguar paces forwards, eyes narrowed. You swing your sword for the creature's neck. It bounds forward, only to skewer itself in your blade. It writhes and howls. It limps back, bleeding heavily. It's used a lot of its energy. It can't go very heavy. If I go about here, I don't think it can go higher. Because it's probably going to defend for a round or 2. Yes. You risk a cut. The Jaguar drops back. It's tensing, preparing to pounce. I should totally defend. I'm glad I did. The Jaguar runs for your neck. You react on instinct, dodging around the cover of a tree for cover. You are shaken but unharmed. The Jaguar howls and whimpers. Yeah, it went really heavy, so it's going to be defending, so I don't need to go that hard. Not wanting to leave yourself open, you try a gentle stinging strike, but the Jaguar turns tail. As the Jaguar grows weaker, its snarl gets madder. Problem is there's a second one, I can't afford to lose too much here. It scrapes at the ground as if digging its own grave. Is that defensive or preparing for an attack? Well, it's got virtually no energy left, so another light attack. You try a jab. The Jaguar runs quickly into the trees, but it is not gone for good, and a moment later it creeps back into view. I think I'll risk, because it can't go over a 6, can it? Oh! You put all your strength into a swing with your sword, hoping to finish the creature in a stroke. The strike connects, biting close to the creature's wounded side. You almost feel sorry for the beast. The Jaguar whines, a gurgling, blood-soaked sound, and then it dies. 1 stamina lost. Decent dueling. No, I'm not going to try again. That button should never exist. Except for maybe during the training, and the second one comes in. You barely have time to catch your breath before the next is upon you, but I do have time. I go about a little higher than a 6. It can go up to 6.6, I think, so I go 6.8. Yes! The Jaguar bounds towards you, lips drooling with saliva. You ready your sword and charge headlong. It bounds forward only to skewer itself on your blade. It writhes and howls. It howls and whimpers. So a light attack. Yeah, that's right. You risk a jab. The Jaguar drops back. As the Jaguar stumbles, it begins to paw around in circles. It is tensing, preparing to pounce. How high can I go? Yeah, that's pretty good. If I go like a 7.1. Oh, yes! You put all your strength into a sweep of your blade, hoping to finish the creature in a stroke. The blow connects, biting close to the creature's wounded side. Again, you almost feel sorry for the beast. Again, the Jaguar turns twice before falling to the earth. Its paws up in the air. Flawless fighting. Regretting the deaths of such beautiful creatures, you sheathe and bow your weapon. A noise like thundering rain comes from overhead. You look up to see the boots of the watchers stamping on the ceiling. I'll bow. You take a bow and they throw their arms up in response. Some begin to beckon you forwards. There is a clearing up ahead. The ceiling glass there is clear of vegetation. Well, I'm going to pray to Khare for healing. He has heard my supplication and is willing to offer me succor in my time of need. Circle of standing stones. Could be druidic. This seems to be the whole entire... How do I get upstairs then? How do I get up these stairs? Is this like an adjacent building? Or can I get up here magically? This is where they all are, isn't it? This is where the glass is. There's some more glass here and here. Ah, so this is where the watchers remain. I might even get to meet them. Unlikely, but hey. You step out into the clearing. A stick statue stands here, arms lifted in a curious dance. You have just a moment to see a green ring on one of its fingers when, uh-oh. Yeah, I'm being teleported, aren't I? You blink with surprise as you find yourself in a wide, comfortable space. A jumble of sumptuously dressed nobles greet you with soft applause and quiet noises of approval. Servants move through the crowd with platters piled high with food and drink. I'll take some food. Look, there's all these people here. That food's not going to be poisoned, right? Hey, did I just recover some maximum stamina as well? I'll have to go back and check the video, but I think I might have done. You snatch from a passing platter, feasting on tiny pastries and cheese cubes. Are they on sticks? With grapes? The grapes make up for the cheese. The grapes are the best part of those. The food is quite strangely healing and fills you with a warmth and inner glow. I'll look at the people. Strange to have noblemen and women here in such a, secluded place with such a chaotic and strange population and short supply lines. Your immediate hunger abated, you look around at the people who fill this space. They are of all ages, from tiny children to aged men and women, but all are dressed in the same sumptuous smile. It is as though they are prisoners here, wearing the most extravagant of uniforms. From out of the crowd, a large woman in an enormous turban glides over, beaming. "Allow me to introduce myself," she begins warmly. "I am Valignya, Master Treasurer. We have not seen a performance as good as yours there for far too long." Thank you." She smiles. "Now rest, recover, enjoy. You are our guest, and find me when you are ready." Ready for what? She winks before drifting away amongst the guests once more. "You could go and talk to Valignya in the back room. Or do other things. I can just leave. Down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, and then somehow through that door outside. I'll go enjoy the company of the guests." You hover with the groups of people, but find that as you approach them, their conversations are all empty platitudes and expressions of mild contempt at minor things. Dry up. It is as though they were nothing but dancing shadows that flicker as the lantern is turned. The thought occurs to you that they might all be actors hired by the Master of Taxes to keep her company. Valignya is beckoning you. Really? Already? So soon? No. I'll go over to the railings and look down through the glass. You lean out over the railings and look down at the floor below. From here, the splattered bloodstains are more visible. A woman in a shimmering black gown joins you. "Normally, they don't even get that far," she remarks. "The mucolytic usually does for them. You were a wonderful sport." "Why do they come? Who are you?" "Just another wife," she points over at the treasurer. "We are all married to her, otherwise we'd leave." With that, she twinkles her eyes at you once more and steps away from the railing. "Have a wonderful time," she declares, "but don't stay too long." The treasurer mills around, waiting. Wait, she's not going to try and marry me, is she? I should see what she's up to. There's some disturbing bridal chamber. Valignya leads you away by the hand to a corner set with a small table and an alarming Jaguar skin rug. She lowers herself carefully behind her desk. It's probably Valignya with the GN. Yeah, I'll go with that. "Well now," she purrs, "you've found your way to me. What is your wish?" Can the magic of the crown be countered? That's brought up a load of new options. She shrugs. "I know little of magic, my lovely," she says. She sighs, "but the crown is a magical artifact, and it radiates magic. So I suppose if you could counter each spell, you might counter the effect," she shrugs. "But in the presence of the crown, why would you want to?" She strokes your arm gently. "Come now, what do you really want to know?" Why are you helping? Right. How do I avoid the guards of the city? "Ah," replies Valignya with a frown. I had assumed you would want to talk about optimizing your taxes. And no matter," she smiles coldly. "The guards trust no one except their own kind," the treasurer replies sadly. "Most of them cannot even be bribed. If I were you, I would enlist." Can I do that? "No," she admits. Our lives in Mampang are given to us by a higher power. Still, she adds, you might fit into a uniform. You've got nice big arms. She makes a curious wincing face, most likely best ignored. And where would I find a uniform? What? She'll like that question, but she might not like the fact that she'll like the idea of all the treasure in the vaults. She won't like the fact that I'm asking for it, right? Why are you helping me? You ask. Why, she exclaims, because you're wonderful. Armed with your new knowledge and more than one cup of wine, you take your leave of her. You have spoken with everyone worth talking to, Pat. Oh, damn it, no! I should have asked her where the treasure vaults are. I didn't know that that was going to end the conversation. Damn it. You bow to the room and turn to take your leave from the crowd. A servant appears at your elbow to lead you away. I suppose I could rewind, do it again, and ask her where the treasure vaults are. Do 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 do. Inside the bronze dome. You stand within the dome. Yes, it did recover me some maximum stamina. Right, I will look at the walls. Examine the skeleton, but not touch it. Cast a spell to try and talk to the library to get more information. Right, look, if I'm going to replay that whole section, I'm not going to record it, because I'm going to basically do the exact same thing. Far? No far. Dock? No dock. Sun, sap, sus maybe. No, nothing. Alright, no spell. Look at the walls. No, I'll just leave the dome. Right, I'll step outside, and this time I won't ruin the place. You'd stumble out onto the main track once more, yeah, sure. I think I'm going to repeat my actions. I'm not going to attack the scavengers. Oh, is it night time? Maybe I need to rest. Oh, and I don't have my 1 gold coin. How did I get that back? Well, never mind. So I won't be exactly retreating my steps then. Okay, south side. Look at the wall, large building. Sure. Sure. Treasury door. Look. Pull. Inigo, not a Johnson. Right. Slime trail leads to the smaller door. Yep, not going here. Larger door. Glass. Look at the glass. Look at the door. It's the mucolyptic item. Wear nose plugs. Won't waste the essence of bark this time though, because I know a little bit better. Right. Greet the creature. circle around, run for the door, and I'm in the corridor. It's going to be a tough fight with the two Jaguars, but I'll do what I can. Look at the glass. Dark glasses. I'll wave. Wait. One blows a kiss. I wonder which one. Never mind. Bright lights. Bright lights bad. Magic Man says dark the lights. Dim the lights with fog. Right. Look down the hallway, look up at the spectators. Yeah, they're clapping. I can't hear them, so go down the end, pick up the sun gem. Gives me another sun gem. Hooray! I'll have that, said Burglar Bill. And in I go to get mauled by Jaguars. Right. Look around. Look up. Watch for bird. Foolishly follow the bird, because it's more entertaining for them that way. Investigate the bush. Turn to the second bush. Still get mauled, probably from the first bush. Roll free. And fight. Okay. Go over a 6. Yes. And then light attacks for a little until it seems ready to attack again. It's tensing, preparing to pounce. Go 7. Gotcha. Right. Better than the first time. And now I need to repeat the pattern with the second one. Oh! You dispatch the first Jaguar with such skill and speed, the second is surprised, giving a strong advantage. You spin around and cut through the neck of the second in one swing. Regretting the deaths of such beautiful creatures, you clean and sheath your weapon. A noise like thundering rain comes from overhead. You look up to see the boots of the watchers stamping on the ceiling. I will give a dramatic bow with a flourish. Some are beckoning. I will pray to Khare with thanks that I have made it through with such skill and grace. And then venture into the clearing and get teleported upstairs. Turns out I am recording the replay. The Archmage is still looking for me. That is fine. Right, green ring teleports me away. Hooray, I'm up here in the crowd again. Well, I will eat. 19 of 19. Yeah! True restorative powers. Even restoring beyond death itself. I'll look at the people. There's Valignya. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, resting here is good. Close my eyes. Hope nothing bad happens to me. Dream. What is left of the night is kept busy with visions. A gentle light is playing over your eyelids, but then begins to grow stronger and stronger until you feel your eyeballs smoking in their sockets and melting away into your skull. You toss and turn, but the light seems to shine from all directions at once, and all the while you hear distant laughter from the east. A cushioned palace. Gained some maximum stamina and completed the gauntlet of the Treasurer. That's lovely. I will look at the people. You can go and... The party is still going on around you. No one seems to have slept, or else some have and others have woken, and all dress alike. You get to your feet once more. Well then. I will speak to the guests. They don't really want to talk to me. Go to the railing, meet one of the many wives and husbands. Normally the Mucolytic does them. Who are you? Why do they come? You ask. It says Treasury on the door, she replies with a shrug, or something to that effect. Why did you come? I was looking for something. Oh, to meet you. That's That's a very interesting line to take. I think she'll be flattered by the compliment, but I don't think it'll go anywhere. We're like, I came here to meet you, my love, the true object of my desire. Like, oh, apparently I came here to meet you. I was exploring. I was looking for something. I was looking for a guard uniform. But this is such an interesting option. I think I just have to try it. Her voice lights up with laughter. You're a charmer. I see. Fabulous. But I'm married. Oh, who to? Well, I wasn't asking. I just came here to meet you anyway. Oh, who else? She points over at the treasurer. We're all married to her, otherwise we'd leave. And with that, she twinkles her eyes at you once more and steps away from the railing. Well, let's go talk to the treasurer then. And here we are, Valignya. Can the magic of the crown be countered? Counter the individual spells. So maybe the 4 spells... I think those 4 spells that have been hinted at are to counter the door, not the crown. But maybe they're to counter the crown. How do I avoid the guards? Can I enlist? No, but I might find a uniform. Where are the vaults that are hidden? Not here, she replies. They're under the merchant's yard, but they're well protected. There's a word of passing for the inner vault door, but I don't know it. Armed with your new knowledge and more than 1 cup of wine, you take your leave of her. You have spoken to everyone worth talking to, perhaps. So there's a word to get through that I don't know. And where would I find that? You bow to the room and turn to take your leave from the crowd. A servant appears at your elbow to lead you away and maybe teleport me outside. Off to the stairs then. The servant guides you silently through a discreet side tunnel which ends in a blank stone wall with a lever. He then bows and takes his leave. I could turn back. Yeah. You turn, unwilling to go where you have been told, but retracing your steps only in another stone wall, this time without a lever. False choice. I don't like false choices, they're bad. But retracing your steps ends only in another stone... Yeah. You return to the end of the tunnel once more and pull the lever. You pull the lever. A section of wall moves gratingly to one side on poorly oiled casters. Through the door you see the entrance room again. It seems even more desolate and destroyed now by contrast with the rich room above. You return, flushed with your meal and valuable knowledge. Not going to go into the slime room, I'll just go outside. You leave the building and move on up the alley. You push through the thin crowds, earning a few early morning elbows and curses for your trouble. There is a streak of cruelty in Mampang, yes there certainly is. Even the downtrodden are eager for their chance to hurt someone weaker than them. Might as well look, it's almost as if I'd come through the main gates and got through to here somehow. Look straight ahead. You keep your eyes forward, both avoiding any unwanted notice and also looking away from some of the more grisly wares on offer. The street opens up into a busy public square. For a moment, you notice a dark shape on a rooftop nearby. Is it Flanker? You look up, but the dark figure is already gone, leaping away out of sight. I think it's Flanker. Into the square, then. Perhaps there's a spell to move the statue. A few clouds scud across the sky, and this, I feel, is where I'm going to leave it. I think I've made quite a bit of decent progress in this episode. I got some maximum stamina back. I did well. It's all good. For now, though, I am definitely going to end this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the very next one, which hopefully won't be too far from now. I'm going to say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone. See you all soon.